strange things in the sky, and around the world, strange beings sighted. What's going on? All around us, conspiracy theories are being discussed. This is the show all about the strange things that are way out there. I'm Gary Russen, and this Way Out There's back with more weird stories of the strange and the bizarre. Keep looking up in the sky and let me know what you see way out there. Every third Friday at 2 o'clock Central on GJRB. It was the year World War II ended, and the troops came home, and the music was fabulous, with big hits from Perry Como, Judy Garland, and the Andrews Sisters. The year was 1945. Listen to the year in music on the next Swing Time. I'm Gary Russen, and I'll be featuring the biggest hits from that year, along with trivial information about the prices of items such as groceries, the news events, the culture of 1945 on the next Swing Time. GJRB in 2016. Still the What's Happening sound.
This is Michael J. Martin, and you're listening to the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online.
And we're wrapping up the Gary Russen program as this is the final part of the Gary Russen program. It's going to go a little bit past 6, and then we're going to wrap up this program for today here on GJRB, here on Spreaker, as we give you our program rundown of what's going to be going on GJRB. Like I said earlier, no broadcast for a while. We're going to be off the air. We're going to be on a little bit of a couple of weeks. I'm going to be, as I finish up our programming and getting it all finalized for our fall schedule, the Gary Russen program is going to take a little break. And I'm going to be bringing you the best of the Gary Russen program next week. I'll be recording that podcast for upload next weekend on our GJRB podcast weekend, which will include that and another episode of Last 7 Days. So we're going to do the one for August 17th. Okay? So that'll be coming up as a podcast upload next weekend here on GJRB. So enjoy this program straight up through to next weekend, and then we're going to be this will be going off for the last 7 days from August 17th, and the best of the Gary Russen program. So that'll be coming up next weekend on our podcast weekend. The following weekend will be another best of the last 7 days, and that'll be the current one if I go. I didn't go yesterday, basically because, well, today is Wednesday, 31st. I didn't go today because I've been up early every day since, oh my goodness, Sunday. Kind of exhausted, kind of tired, and sometimes when I get that way, I don't really feel like getting up that early, so I kind of took the week off from that this week. But I'll be going back next week with the recorder to record another edition of the last 7 days for an upload coming up. So check that. Also, the 14th, I'll probably go to that one as well, and I'll edit that, get that ready to go, because it'll air live, it'll run live on September 16th, when GJRB Online will bring you the last 7 days, followed by Way Out There. And that'll be coming up on the 16th. Got some strange stuff coming up. I'm going to be going through some stuff. I got some weird stories I'm going to go across. Find some more stuff. And maybe I'm going to read that. That one didn't get to do on our combination show last week. That was the one I talked about. The doctor who went across the other side. He saw the afterlife apparently and died and came back, and he experienced what he thought he was in hell. Interesting interview on Coast to Coast. I'm going to play that piece for you on the next show because I didn't get a chance to play that one for you on the last combination video, so I'm going to try to get that on for you. Also, by the way, speaking of video, I'm also during my hiatus period going to try to figure out if I can still do this program as a video on the YouTube, on the GJRB YouTube channel. Now, remember, we were doing live streaming on what was called Google Plus Hangout. Apparently, Google Plus Hangout, Google, the fine people that they are, Google, they decided that Hangout is done. So, no more Hangout, no more Google Plus Hangout. It's done. They're finished with it. So, I got to, now I can still do a live stream on YouTube through their YouTube. So, if you see me on YouTube, it's going to be, I'll be doing a test. I'm going to be playing around with that thing and seeing what it can do so that I can plan another YouTube show of this program. So I'm going to be working on that one as well. So if you see a test, if you follow me on YouTube, if you do that and you see me on there live, it's not a show, it's a test of the emergency broadcast system. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do a test on that and give you a chance to give me a chance to see how this is going to work for me as far as getting my video back on YouTube, because I'm not sure how we're going to be able to do this program without screen sharing, because that would always so much fun. And I've got to try to figure out how the heck to do that now, because now I don't have that opportunity. So I've got to sit there and think about some other way of doing it. So I'm working on that one. So be patient with me on that, okay? I'll be working on that one for a possibility of a future show here with YouTube. So I'm going to be working on that one consistently in my ongoing projects. It'll be going in my ongoing projects list, and I will be putting it, I'll be seeing what I can do with it, and hope that maybe I can come up with a way to continuously broadcast and give you the video version of this program. I don't think I can do radio on there anymore because of Hangout being gone, but at least I can do the video show a little differently, probably. Not sure, but I'm going to be checking into that during my time off the air. So I'll be giving you that. Meanwhile, though, I'm going to give you once again our program schedule before we cut out of here. One more thing before we get done. Here's how it's going to go. Hope you enjoyed this Gary Russen program. It was kind of interesting. Ran out of recording when I was reading something. I did that twice. But otherwise, it wasn't too bad. Didn't go and continue with the two mixers like I usually do. But I will be making up that. This is a semi-freestyle show. In other words, we just put an end to our continuous talk. And I want to again thank you so much for tuning into the program today here on GJRB online, GJRB LPFM, our 9-foot FM signal, Talk FM 108. And, of course, here on the Gary Russen program, here on Spreaker for the Gary Russen program today. Had a great time doing the show. And we'll do it. I'm going to probably try to pencil in a Gary Russen program here somewhere in between. I'm looking at possibly the 14th of throwing in another midweek show. So, like I said before, I'm going to go through my calendar and do that. I'm thinking about on the 14th doing a midweek program again, another middle of the week Gary Russen program, just before we get into the Way Out There show on the 16th. So I'm going to try to see if we can do something there. I have another podcast to record. That's our GJRB Schedule Update podcast. So I'm thinking about pushing the Gary Russen program to the 21st. So the Gary Russen program, we're going to do another one of these shows. It will be on September 21st. And in between there, we'll try to squeeze in, because like I said, I've got Bluegrass Jubilee. We haven't done that yet. We're going to have that scheduled. I'm thinking about Bluegrass on the 23rd. And then on the 24th will be Radioland. And that'll wrap up our month. And, of course, the GJRB summer schedule. So that's going to be it. The 22nd... rather the 23rd, rather the 21st, and then the 23rd, and then the 24th. And then we're going to wrap it up there with a week off before we get started with our fall schedule. So, the first day of fall, when is that, by the way? Let me check and see if I can find it. First day of fall, I'm going to look at it in September. Let's see, when does the autumnal... See, what's the autumnal equinox in? Let's see here. Let me get that calendar down here. Wait a minute. I'm going to find it. Let's see here. I'll find it. Because I'm not finding it otherwise. Let me see here. Lovely. Okay, let's see here. I'm looking at it. The first day of fall. First day of fall. Let's see. September. Labor Day. Labor Day. Usually about the 21st of the month is usually the first day of fall. Gee, I'm not seeing it. Memorial Service. Citizen Day. Autumnal equinox. Gee, it doesn't tell you when the first day of fall is on this calendar. I'll be darned. Well, we know it's somewhere in September. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Anyway, I usually check that anyway, but fall starts in September anyway, and all got good stuff, so you know how that goes. Anyway, that's it for the Gary Russen program for today here on GJRB. That's it for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in to the Gary Russen program, and I hope you enjoyed the show and all that good stuff. And thanks for listening to the Gary Russen program. Had a great time doing the show. We'll do this show again real soon. Until then, have the great rest of your week, great weekend. Have a great Labor Day, and we'll see you real soon for another edition of the Gary Russen program here on GJRB. Have a great night, everyone. This is GGR Broadcasting.